Now, throughout this video, just remember supplements are... What the fuck? What's going on, guys? This is Steven here from Basic Fitness, and today I want to talk about 3 supplements that you are going to want to invest your money, your hard-earned money, and your time into. So, besides these 3 supplements, everything else you do not need. So let's get straight into it. So the first supplement that you're going to absolutely need when it comes to lifting weights is a good creatine monohydrate. Most people think that it's going to be protein, but you remember, you can get all of your protein through food, no matter what. You can get your creatine through food, but you'd have to eat a ridiculous amount of red meats and chicken to get 5 grams of creatine, which is the recommended daily dose for strength training athletes. So I would recommend taking 5 to 7 grams every day. You don't need to load. That's scientifically shown that it has, creatine loading has no benefits in the long run. So 5 to 7 grams of creatine a day. Invest in a good creatine monohydrate. You don't need a Crealkaline or any other bullshit like that. That's just marketing schemes. Monohydrate has the most studies on it. I've studied it the most in college. I'm an exercise physiology major, so we do a lot of studying with supplementation and dieting. And this has the most studies and the most backed up proven facts for it. So number 2 is going to be interesting. Most people don't have this on their supplement list, but is going to be a complete multivitamin. You can pick up a multivitamin anywhere from Walgreens to Walmart, CVS, Target, Costco. It doesn't really matter. If you want, you could stick with supplement companies such as Optimum Nutrition makes one, Animal makes one with an Animal Pack, companies like that. I prefer just to go with the generic brand. I use Walmart's brand. I think it's good enough. I think that multivitamins are necessary because we think that even though we're eating healthy and we're eating our greens, that we're getting adequate enough vitamins and micronutrients, which are vitamins and minerals. But most of the time, most of us are very deficient in at least one vitamin or mineral. So this is actually an essential for bulking and cutting. I would say more so for cutting, since you're cutting out foods, and a lot of us, especially when I cut, that I tend to eat the same food. So I tend to eat, chicken, broccoli, asparagus, spinach, and bell peppers. Fish and steak, but that doesn't really play into too many minerals besides iron, zinc, things like that. So definitely a multivitamin is a must for cutting. I would say it's a must for bulking too, because same thing, we tend to eat a lot of just kind of junk and crazy food, which doesn't have much vitamin or micronutrient value to it. So a good multivitamin, this will keep you healthy, this will keep your energy levels up. And you actually may notice that once you start taking a multivitamin, you're just going to start feeling better, you're not going to be as sore. And this is just from a micronutrient deficiency. And the third and final supplement, I would say, is quote unquote a must, and I'm going to get ran for this, but is a whey protein. A good whey protein. So on your ingredients list, your first 2 items that should be listed should be whey protein isolate and a whey protein concentrate, or whey protein concentrate, whey protein isolate. I don't necessarily believe in using casein and or protein blends, only because most of the time those protein blends, they're by protein content 80% whey, 10% egg, 5% casein, 5% soy, or some kind of random proprietary blend like that. And to me, it seems kind of wasteful to spend an extra $10 to $15 to buy basically what is mostly whey protein. That's just my view on it. But the only reason why I include protein in this is because, one, it is the quote-unquote main source or main macronutrient that you need for bodybuilding or weightlifting or whatever it is, or even weight loss. I don't believe so. I believe I believe carbohydrates are far more important, but that's just my personal opinion. And the reason why I like whey protein is because it's easy to drink. It's easy to get that extra 20 to 35 grams of carbs at the end of the day after your workout. Super easy. So I usually eat close to 160 grams of protein a day. Usually I only hit about 120 to 130 of that of food, and then the rest I'll just get from 1.5 scoops of protein. If you're losing weight, I'd say this is a must. Definitely go out and get you a good whey protein, only because it's a good snack to fill you up in between meals, or if you get hungry, it's better to down whey protein so you can actually get muscle recovery than to eat, a bunch of carbs, which isn't going to make you full. Um, and this doesn't really have, usually good proteins only have about 100 to 140 calories per serving, which isn't bad. Good snack, great for recovery. And those are the only 3 supplements that you need. Now, there are other supplements